Welcome back. Today we're reading Chapter 20 from the Ruby Code by Jessica Khoury. Chapter 20, Ash. A narrow footpath leads into darkness. Ruby waves me ahead of her, and I go through hesitantly. It's not real, I remind myself. It's not real. Even if a bloodthirsty cave goblin leaps out of that pitch-black darkness, it's not real. It doesn't stop my stomach from wobbling. Just tell the raven where you want to go, Ruby whispers behind me, or what you want to learn about, or see, or explore. Anything? Anything. The whole internet is within your reach, and more. Everything in your world is connected, Ash. Everything. If it plugs into a wall, it's probably connected to the internet. And the internet is like a huge system of rivers. Well, the Raven's Eye is your boat. It will take you wherever you want to go, show you whatever you want to see. It lets you see your world the way I see it. I stare at her, not really understanding what she's talking about. Still, I'm a little excited. I get the sense that she's given me the keys to something huge and important. Okay, I do kind of want to know how Hakim's soccer game went yesterday. I was supposed to go with... Suddenly, Huey squawks and takes flight. He swoops in a wide circle, inky swirls of shadow trailing from his feathers. Where he soars, colors appear, as if his wings were brushes painting the world around me. Panicking a little, I look around and see the door to Ruby's command center has vanished. Instead, I'm suddenly standing on what looks like a street corner in some glass realm city. Tall, stone buildings rise all around, with even taller towers and spires behind them. NPCs walk all around, smiling blandly and nodding in greeting, but otherwise paying me no attention. I frown at some of the signs hanging over the shops. There's a noisy tavern called Chatter, a huge cathedral-looking place called the Great Library of Worldopedia, even a stable full of llamas called Llama Post. Are all these buildings websites? Ruby? I am not proud of the squeak in my voice. What is this place? I told you, it's the internet, she says. Only you're looking at it from the inside. The way I do, with a touch of glass realm flair. And these people? Are they just NPCs? Not at all, she smiles. They're avatars representing real people on the internet right now. Not all the people, of course. Only the ones within a certain radius of our real-world location. I don't want to spread myself too thin yet. Not until I've had more time to put up more firewalls. Oh, I say faintly, staring wide-eyed at an old dude standing on a bucket labeled the Hidden Order audio feed. He's yelling something about communism and breakfast cereal. I'm pretty sure Luke listens to that feed. Huey perches on a wooden sign over a shop door. It reads, The Highland Report. Hey, that's my school news feed, I say, pushing open the door. Inside, there's a girl sitting at a desk, like a medieval news anchor. It's Christina Valdez, the school's lead student reporter. I stop dead for a moment, worried she'll recognize me, but she doesn't seem to notice I'm there. She's just an avatar, Ruby whispers. I cough. Sure, I knew that. Figures. I don't think the real Christina would be caught dead in that peasant's dress and patchwork bonnet. She's talking to a small group of avatars who seem to be listening only half-heartedly and who look unsettlingly like many of my classmates. The Highland Middle School Lionhearts faced a crushing defeat yesterday in a preseason scrimmage against the Northside Saints in what is no doubt a chilling omen of the season to come. Oh no, I groan. Hakim must be ticked. It was supposed to be an easy win. I wish I could tell him why I wasn't there. With a squawk, Huey flies toward me. I lift my hands, yelling in panic, only to feel the world shift. When I lower my arms, I'm standing in front of a stone house with timber framing, a typical glass-round building. Okay, what is this? I sigh. I give up trying to make sense of anything and just decide to go with the digital flow. There's a plaque by the door. In the actual game, it'd display the name of the NPC who lived there. Only when I study this plaque, the name is all too recognizable. Hakim Jabra? I stare at Ruby. What does that mean? She only waves at the door, smiling mysteriously. She's loving all this way too much. So, Huey heard me offhandedly wish to talk to Hakim, and like some kind of overeager genie, he teleported me here. Wherever here is. I'm going to have to be very careful how I word things, apparently. I push on the door, but it doesn't budge. Oh, sorry, Ruby says. Security firewall. Press the button on the side of the Raven's Eye. There's a button? I fumble with the helmet. Oh, there's a button. I press it, and suddenly I'm holding a sword. It's a sleek blade reminiscent of a katana, but with a glass realm-style hilt. Okay, cool. But what do I do with this? It's part of the Raven's Eye program. The sword runs an infiltration matrix that can breach firewalls and other security systems or defend you from cyber attacks. It can take the shape of whatever tool you want. Usually, though, all you'll need to do is swing. I feel like I'm going through the tutorial of some weird new game, and I have to admit, I'm kind of curious where it will lead. I slash at the door of the house, and after 3 blows, it suddenly swings open. Whoa. I turn the sword over in my hand. So it literally hacks into things? Ruby grins. Hacker, I murmur. Nice. Every sword needs a name, right? So it can break through literally any firewall? She tilts her head as if thinking. Most of them, not all. The Raven's Eye does have limits. It's not an AI, so it's not as powerful and adaptable as me, of course. There are firewalls out there so strong you'd have to physically bypass them and manually plug the Eye's program into their servers, but never mind that. It's more than strong enough for anything you'll ever need. Gripping Hacker tightly, I go into the house. I don't know what I expect, but at first it seems like a letdown. It could be any other house in the glass realm with the same items scattered around. Except... I look closer at a shelf full of books, reading the titles under my breath. History Project for Mr. Sanjeet, Pickle Tournament Cheat Codes, Secret Awesome Novel. Ruby? Are these files on Hakim's computer? I spin around, eyes wide. Is this whole house Hakim's computer? Now you're starting to catch on, she replies. Finally. I turn back to the shelf. Hakim's writing a book? Wait, no, that's beside the point. The point is, hello, this is a huge invasion of privacy. I shouldn't be here. It's like reading someone's journal, only worse. I gasp as I pull down a thick leather tome, the label embossed in gold. It's his internet search history. Shuddering, I shove the book back on the shelf. Of course, I am a teeny bit curious. I'm only human after all. But no way am I digging through Hakim's secrets. Still, Ruby was right about one thing. I'm starting to understand now what she actually created when she programmed the Raven's Eye. The helmet isn't just a fancy internet browser. It's a hacker's dream machine. But I'm no hacker. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this, I tell her. I don't want to sneak through people's private data. I just want to go home, Ruby. I just want to know my family will be safe from these Cynthios creeps. She frowns as if hurt that I don't like her gift. This is how you do that, Ash. I might not always be able to protect you. With the Raven's Eye, you can stay ahead of Cynthios. I guess, maybe. I think she's overestimating my skills, even with the helmet. Suddenly, my eye snags on a window across the room. I walk slowly toward it, uneasily aware that every item in the house is a virtual manifestation of something inside Hakim's computer. There are trophies on the table replicating his esports awards, framed copies of the truly dreadful drawings from his short-lived art phase, and a closet full of skins he's bought for his gaming avatars. I feel icky. I try not to look directly at anything. Honestly, it's like knocking around inside somebody's brain without them knowing. But the window I can't help looking at. Through it, I see Hakim packing his bag for school. What in the virtual world? I glance at Ruby, whispering, "That's not really Hakim, is it?" Then Hakim turns and looks right at me. Ash? A chill runs down my spine. Hakim? He drops his backpack and stumbles toward me. Based on my perspective of his room, I realize I must be talking to him through his computer. I'm watching him through his camera. Why is there an avatar that looks like you on my computer screen? He leans on the desk, frowning. Why are you dressed like that? What's with the sword? Is that a crow on your shoulder? I look down at my VR suit, then up at Hakeem again. With the tap of the helmet's button, Hacker vanishes from my grip. Sorry, I didn't mean to. This wasn't my idea. I glare at Huey. He blinks his third eye lazily. Who's the girl? Whispers Hakeem, his gaze fixing on Ruby on my other side. Ash, what is going on? Where are you? How are you doing this? I can't really explain what's going on. It's the truth. I'm still figuring that out myself. Just minutes ago, I was snoozing in a library. Now I'm suddenly in some weird glass realm expansion that apparently includes the entire internet. And I'm talking to Hakeem in a medieval virtual manifestation of his personal computer because why not? Hi, Hakeem! Ruby waves. Nice to meet you. I'm Ruby. Hakeem stumbles back, sitting on his bed. Wait, Ruby? That Ruby? Ash, is this that NPC you were obsessing over? I wasn't obsessing, I grumble. Ash, what's going on? You snuck out, you missed the game, it went horribly, by the way. We need you back on the team. And then I went by your house, only for your creep stepdad to tell me he hadn't seen you all day. Luke is not my stepdad, I reply hotly. Sorry, I know, I'm just worried about you, dude. I'm fine, or I will be soon, I think. It's complicated. Problem is, I don't know if I will be fine. What if Ruby missed something? What if Cynthios is closing in on me right now? Ruby puts her hand on my shoulder. The library will open soon. Right. Keen, I gotta go. But, look, I'll explain everything soon, I promise. But right now, I might be in danger. Danger? Ash, if you don't tell me what's going on, I will call in a backup. What, the cops? Worse. My mom. Yikes. Just give me 24 hours. Seeing his look, I add 12. 12 hours. 6. Fine. 6. I swear. I will tell you everything. Please trust me. He shrugs. Fine. But you go a minute over and my mom will come parachuting out of the sky to drag your butt back here. Got it? You know how she gets. Yeesh. I've seen what Dr. J once did to a soccer ref who made a bad call when it almost got Keem injured. She was the first and only mom I ever saw get a red card. I know. Talk later, I promise. I stand there awkwardly, not sure how to hang up when we're talking by medieval window. But Huey solves that problem with a flap of his wings. The window goes dark. So, what are we going to do about this Luke? Ruby asks. I frown at her. Huh? Your heart rate increased when you were talking about him with your friend, and your pupils dilated. It's all consistent with a strong fear reaction. You're tracking my biometrics now? My face grows hot. Oh, here he is. Lucas Malcolm Day, age 41, Ruby says. Her eyes shift around like she's reading something I can't see, her fingers manipulating an invisible interface. Want me to get him fired? Or, oh, looks like Luke's been a bad boy. Insider trading. That carries a hefty prison sentence, you know. Want me to turn him in? Or I could revoke his SkyTrain access, lock him out of his own apartment, publish his browsing history in the New York Times. Stop! I wave my hands frantically. We're not doing any of that, Ruby. Why not? It would be as simple as... She snaps her fingers. Problem solved. My mom likes him, I say through clenched teeth. He makes her happy, and I don't want her to have to go back to working 3 jobs and giving up her painting and... No. Just no. I can't do that to her. Ruby shrugs, looking disappointed. Well then, you should probably pack up and get moving. 2 librarians just scanned their SkyTrain passes, which means they'll be here in exactly 2.5 minutes. 2.5? Ruby! I yank off my VR helmet and shove my gear into my backpack, then scramble out of the library as fast as I can. That is the end of this chapter. The internet was definitely not what I thought it would be. Can't wait to see what happens next. We'll see you on the next page.